Hi there, Luke here with episode 23 of our Eurotrip 2020 travel series. If you've been following along thus far, you'll know that in the last episode, we visited the Alsace region, where we went to the cities of Colmar and Strasbourg. From here, we headed to the cities of Metz and Reims. We arrived in Metz early in the morning and dropped off our bags at our Airbnb before proceeding to enjoy the city itself. We walked around the city, first starting at the park near the Basilica Saint-Pierre-aux-Nonains and the Arsenal, which serves as a live music venue in Metz. We then proceeded to the interesting L'Église Saint-Maximin de Metz, which featured very abstract and interesting stained glass windows by the avant-garde artist Jean Cocteau. Another spot that we visited was to the Porte des Allemands, which was a fortified bridge and city gate that was built around the 13th century. From here, we headed back into the city center through the Ancienne Ville and proceeded to one of the major tourist attractions in Metz, and that is Metz Cathedral. In particular, this cathedral is known for its wide variety of stained glass windows. It's really quite beautiful to see. It did begin to rain a bit, so we decided to stay dry and enjoy walking around a covered market here in Metz. Fortunately, the rain didn't last long, and we proceeded to Temple Neuf, which is a Protestant church that was probably one of our highlights in Metz. The next day, we took what was called a blah car, which is a common form of transport where you ride in a car with a local through an app called BlaBlaCar. So it's a bit like modern day hitchhiking in a safer way and does involve some form of payment. But we took this BlaBlaCar, which we found was a really fast and efficient way to get from Metz to Reims, which is known as one of the main Champagne areas of France. So that was our main draw to this city, is because we love Champagne, so we wanted to have an experience in the Champagne region of France. After dropping off our bags, we proceeded to La Porte de Mars, which is a 3rd century arch that is considered one of the widest Roman arches in the world. Across the street is a beautiful war memorial commemorating those who died and who were from Reims in the World Wars. We then proceeded to Reims Town Hall, which is a nice little place to visit if you're in town, and outside of that is a nice tourist sign that you can visit as well. We continued our walk through the city center, reaching the Place Royale, which has a nice historic statue in the center. The main highlight of Reims, other than its association with Champagne, is visiting the Reims Cathedral. The cathedral was built in the 13th century in a Gothic style and was one of the traditional locations for the coronation of French kings. Also, it is beautiful on the inside and out. Our last stop of the day was to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Basilique Saint-Rémy, which we did not know what to anticipate when we arrived, but were instantly blown away by the grandeur and beauty of this particular basilica. Particularly, the tomb of Saint-Rémy is lovely and beautiful. So if you are in this particular area, you should definitely check this out, as well as Reims Cathedral. Both of them are to not be missed. The next morning, we headed to the Carnegie Library of Reims, which is named as such because it was built through donations from the famous American Carnegie. The main attraction we had planned for the day, though, was of course visiting one of the champagne houses. And there are lots of different champagne houses to choose from, but for various reasons, we picked the Taittinger Champagne House. The tour was extremely informative and the champagne house was quite extravagant. Another reason we picked Taittinger is because underneath it, it houses these chalk quarries that date back to the 4th century. This underground area then subsequently became cellars for Saint-Nicoise Abbey. We finished our tour with 2 tastings of the Taittinger champagnes, and it was just a wonderful way to finish off our time in this region. Alright everyone, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed following along with us as we explored the cities of Metz and Reims. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to join us in our next video where we take you to the cities of Lille and Boulogne-sur-Mer. See you then. Bye.